Hello guys, welcome back to the CryptoVerse. My name is Ralph, your host. So today we're making a video on how to become a better flipper. I have a few subscribers on my comments asking me for some tips on how to become a better flipper. So today I'm going to give you some tips on what I do to help me become a better flipper, and hopefully it can help you. So here are some tips for today on what you can do to be a better flipper. So number one question you got to ask yourself is the item in demand? Is it a popular item? Do people want it? Because if people don't like it, if people don't want it, guess what? It's not going to go up in price. It might go up in price, but it's going to be at a slow crawl, snail pace. So if people actually want this item, if it's a popular item, you're more likely it's going to better chances of it mooning in price, and your better chances you're going to make a nice flip on it. So that's one thing you want to look for. Number two rule in my book is buy low, sell high. Why do I say this? Well, let me tell you what I do for a living. I work at a pawn shop. I'm a pawnbroker, and I'm a crypto trader. I sell NFTs, and guess what? All that I do, my job, they all tie together, because they all involve doing one thing: buying low, selling high. So that's what you always want to do, and that's what you always want to keep in mind. You always want to buy low, you want to sell high. Just in case if you do end up buying high, my advice to you is to hold it at least for a while, because more than likely it will go back up to the price. If you want to break even, go for it. If you feel comfortable with that, it might take a little bit longer to go up in price if you want to make a profit, but and that's just up to you. It just depends on your risk tolerance. Which brings me up to my number three. What is your risk tolerance? Is your risk tolerance low or is it high? Mine is pretty high. So I like to buy a collectible and hold it until 2 to 3x is my money. Sometimes that can be it can take some time, I'm not gonna lie, and sometimes it goes parabolic and it goes crazy, just depending on the price. That's why you got to go ask yourself question number one: is it in demand, and is it popular? To my next point, if you want to be an effective flipper, remember this: you cannot get attached to your collection. Once the moment you start getting attached to your collectibles, guess what's gonna happen? You're not going to sell your collectibles. You're not going to flip your collectibles. Why? Because you're attached to them. If this is the case, what I recommend you to do is when you make high flips, let's say you score yourself something on the drop date. Let's say you get lucky with an ultra rare or an SR, flip it. Those are the greatest flips you can do when you get those drops. Flip it, then go back to the market and buy what you want. Buy the collectibles that you want. That's how I did it. I flipped my first one. I remember I flipped my first 1,000, and I went crazy buying Kryptons and Mermicornos and the Unicornos, because to be honest, those are actually some of the best buys that I have. The Mermicornos, Unicornos, and the Kryptons. I remember buying the Kryptons at 30 gems and saying, man, that's crazy high. If you look at them now, the ones that I bought for 30 gems, they're already running up to 68 gems. So since then, I've doubled my money. That's what you call a long-term hold, a riskier hold, because you gotta wait longer in the market to sell your collectible. And right now, I want to show you a few collectibles that I think they're underpriced, like this Harley Quinn. It just came out a few weeks ago, and it's still priced at 57 gems. I think she's a good buy. Why do I think that? Well, let's talk about it. 1, she's a DC character. 2, she is Harley Quinn. She's really well known because she's always with the Joker. Everyone knows who Harley Quinn is. She even has her own movies now: Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey, and that other movie with a really long name that I can't remember. So yes, to me, I think Harley Quinn is a good buy for a long-term hold, that is. How long-term? You're looking at least 3 months. That's what I think when I think she's gonna go up at least to the 100 gem rate in 3 months. That's why I bought 4 of them. I got them for 200. and I'm gonna make 400. So I'm gonna double my money. This is just one collectible I think that's gonna go up in price eventually. The one NFT or collectible that I do want to give you a tip on that you might want to keep your eye on is, to me, is the USPS postal stamps NFT. To be honest, I think that's one of the most undervalued NFTs. Even the commons, I think they're extremely undervalued. Why do I think that? Because it is one of the first NFTs by any government's department, any government, anything. Most of the time, the government's trying to take down cryptocurrency, digital assets, all this kind of stuff. I mean, it's no surprise. I mean, you've seen all the FUD they've caused before, where they're gonna put well, now they're putting regulations. Before it was like the Wild Wild West. So that's why I think that the USPS is one of the most important NFTs on the Veve platform. Yes, the Disney is good too, but Disney is out of reach for a lot of people at the moment. So if you guys want a Walt Disney statue with Mickey, or the pizza truck from Toy Story, or whatever floats your boat, being a flipper is what's gonna get you there. Because flipping your way up, this is how you're gonna get your collectible. Remember that. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to bring you a quick video today on a few tips on how to become a better flipper. If you guys did find this content useful, if you like it, please subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.